Welcome from the Rainbow Company.
Rainbow Company. There are 5 facets that I like to think of about Rainbow Company. First of all, there are classes. We teach classes to ages 4 to adult, and we have classes in what we call all spectrums of the theater. We start with creative drama with the younger kids, and then we work up to the more advanced classes as the child becomes more advanced or becomes part of the ensemble. They go into more advanced classes. We also have a couple of classes for adults. We have a lot of fun, dance classes and an occasional acting class. Then in addition to that, we do have a 5-show fully mounted season that people buy season tickets to and people come to see in 3 different spaces. We work at the Reed Whipple Center in the Studio Theater and the Main Theater, and then we also work at Charleston Heights Art Center. We have a tour show that goes out every year that we write in-house, and adults perform it. It's a musical, and it goes out to the elementary schools between February and June, and like 16,000 kids see that show as well. That doesn't count the in-house performance. We do some community outreach. We could do workshops in schools. We do career days. We lend costumes to schools. We lend costumes and supplies to community theaters, and that's our community outreach. Then the heart of the Rainbow Company is the ensemble. And these are the 40 or so students that audition to come in, and they learn all aspects of theater. They have to audition for every show, and if they're not cast, they spend their time learning to hang and focus lights, learning to work on the sets, build costumes. They do everything, and they're an amazing group of young people.
So there are 6 crews that we are put on if we are not cast in the show for the Rainbow Company, and 8 set, props, sound, costume, lights, and usher. And each one has a specific role, like set. They build the set, and they run the show for set changes and things like that. Props, they take care of all of the things used by the actors on stage. Costumes, they create the costumes, of course, and then the ushers, they are the people that bring you to your seats when you watch the show. The sound, they run the soundboard up in the booth throughout the show for all those different sound cues you hear, like you may hear a scream or something, or crash or anything like that. And then light is, they run the lighting and they set up all the lights so that you can actually see the actors on stage. Now without all these crews, the actors would be on stage naked in a dark room, pretty much is what we like to say. And there's also a person called the stage manager who runs the show from cue to cue to cue up in the booth, and they have to go to every single rehearsals just like all the actors and take down notes of things that need to be accomplished. And during shows, the stage manager is the boss. You follow whatever the stage manager says.
Really the main thing that I hope that students will achieve by the time they've reached the end of Rainbow Company is that they're good artists and they're good people. I'm not so concerned if they go on to work on Broadway or if they make $1 million or they're rich and famous. I'm more excited if they're happy with themselves, if they feel like they've accomplished something, if they have a sense of confidence. That's really what excites me when I have a student that'll come back and say something like, oh, I just got done doing such and such a thing, and I really feel great about it, and it was really exciting, and it changed my life, and I couldn't have done it without what I learned at Rainbow Company. That always just makes me the happiest. That's really what we're about. It's important that we put out a good product, but I really think it's more important that we put out good students.